In fact, severely debilitated Pakistan had no option but to bow down and ask for peace and pause. We have an exclusive lined up for you. Listen in.
Counter-strike with Major Gaurav Arya. Also with me on the show, Abhijit Iyer Mitra and Sushant Sareen. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you the comparison of pictures that we saw today. Pictures that we needed to look at in terms of what happened in Pakistan, how it was an imitation of what was done by Prime Minister Modi just 2 days ago. And Major Gaurav Arya, that's Prime Minister. This is the Prime Minister of Pakistan following 2 days later. I want to ask you, compare and contrast the two visuals.
I mean, we have done exercises with the armored regiments in Mahajan. We have done it in Punjab. We have done it everywhere, but I've never seen grass on a tank. That's number one. Number two, I don't know what they have. You know, the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Look at this.
Tank pe khade.
This is nothing but showbazi. This is nothing but showbazi.
Showbazi to अच्छी होनी चाहिए.
शोबाजी में अकल होनी चाहिए पहली.
Is it because they haven't used it for very long कि घास उग गई है उसके ऊपर?
I don't know, but this is very funny, Navika. I mean, this is they're cheating the people of Pakistan, and if the people of Pakistan are watching this show, I'd like to tell you that please tell your Prime Minister to go to a airstrip that India quote-unquote claims that it bombed. But one thing which I've not, you know what, this is again an exercise in deception, Navika. What is happening here very clearly, and I can tell you from the images if I may, what's happening here is he has gone, because there is certain sentiment in Pakistan that Prime Minister Modi has gone to an airstrip or he's gone to an airbase. You must also go. Now, this guy goes to an army base. He doesn't go to an air force base, and he supposes that he can sort of, you know, fool the people of Pakistan, which isn't too tough. So he goes to an army base, and by the time they'll end up repairing the base, and then somebody will say, oh, see, nothing happened. You know when Balakot happened? They took the international media after 40 days to Balakot. They took them. But DGISPR personally accompanied foreign media after 41 days, and they went to Balakot, and he says, देखो जी, India झूठ बोल रहा है. India तो झूठ. अरे अगले दिन ले जाते हैं वहां पे. You know, Navika, they make fun of themselves. I don't think they need the Indians to troll the Pakistanis. They do a fantastic job themselves. Why would you have a tank that looks like a lawn put here, and then you have their army chief, and you have the defense minister, and then you have Shehbaz Sharif there, and the tank says the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Last time this guy had 4 stars on his tank. The army chief. I mean, I've never seen this.
Well,
I've never seen this in India. I've seen a lieutenant general, I've seen an army commander, even an army chief near a tank, but not this tamasha. I've never seen this tamasha in India.
Well, let me ask Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, look at the contrast of the two visuals, because you know, people see and perception, the visual impact is there, and that's what makes you come to conclusions. I want to say, ये नकल के लिए अकल भी चाहिए होती है. पुरानी कहावत है that if you are copying somebody, you need to have a brain to copy it well. The Prime Minister of Pakistan wanted to make an impactful presence with the soldiers there, but instead he's standing on a tank with 2 small trucks, army trucks, और घास उग रही है. There is grass that is growing on the tank. What does this really look like when compared to the S-400, which is our Sudarshan Chakra, the MiG-29s, which they said they had destroyed, all of them present at the Adampur base where the Prime Minister Modi went?
So, you know, Navika, this what Pakistan is doing is like, a bit like what Sanjay Jha does on your program, who never answers questions. Na? They said they shot down our MiG-29 and they shot down and blew up our S-400. What did we do? We took Modi to the exact base they claimed they attacked, showed the MiG-29 and showed the S-400. Now, Pakistan pulls a Sanjay Jha. Did we ever say we hit a tank? No. Did we ever say we hit an army base? No. So, you know, I'm sorry, you are not they are the Sanjay Jha out here. They take you to an army base, to a tank we never claimed we hit. Then they want to show you some kind of camouflage. I think this was their attempt at camouflaging the tank. Sadly, it just came off looking as bad maintenance. You know, I mean,
yeah,
you look at the
I
tank.
Also thought it hadn't been used for so long. That's why
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
moss and grass, which was
like
unkept.
It looks like an out of use film actor who hasn't trimmed his nose hair in 20 years.
Oh my God.
You know, it's really quite pathetic. The level of propaganda these guys are up to. Who are they answering to? What is this meant to be for? I don't even know what the intended audience is.
Absolutely.
Somebody asked a different question. You are asking about military, this thing, they are giving you the recipe for samosa.
Well, Sushant Sareen, what would you say? We have the Sudarshan Chakra, we have the S-400, we have the MiGs, we showed our bases. He did not go to, he was in Sialkot, did not go to the air base, went to the army camp.
Achha, by the way, it doesn't even look like an army base. ये जंगल में कहीं कोने में कर रखा है. Where is the base? Where is the building? Where is the structure? ये देखिए, ये तो जंगल में लगा रखा है इन लोगों ने कहीं पे.
Navika, the best comment I have read today on X was that somebody had commented that the Pakistan army now, looking at this tank with grass all around it, the Pakistan army now, because it is resolved to eating grass, is carrying its food supplies with it so that its logistical chain is not very long. And I would imagine that's a perfect comment on what these guys were trying to do with this particular tank. But look, two things. One, if you look at from the day we've started taking action against Pakistan, whether it was diplomatic, political or economic steps that we have been taking, the Pakistanis have just done a copycat thing. Everything we do, they will do. Now, we said that we are expelling your guys, your defense attaches, and we are withdrawing ours. The next day they came out and said, but we are now expelling yours, and theirs had already been expelled. So they couldn't say that we are withdrawing ours. So they are desperately trying to copy us on everything and trying to act too smart about it. That is one. Secondly, I think, look, no matter what the messaging they do, I think what the Pakistan army has done, because the Pakistan media is so complicit, that what they've managed to do is they have managed to shut out all questioning of the kind of whooping they've got in this particular conflict. So all their guys continuing to, everything is about, we dropped 1 aircraft, 2 aircraft, 5 aircraft, every time they have some reverse, and so there is some news which comes out.
They don't have original ideas. They don't have original ideas. They didn't have the original drones. They want to copy Prime Minister Narendra Modi, but they have tanks. They don't go to the air bases. What a poor copy that they're trying to do. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the nation that wants us to believe it's high-tech, supported by China, supported by Turkey, and supported by the US. But what they have are tanks with grass growing on them, copying every move of the Prime Minister just 48 hours later. No words to say, no actions to show, just some chest thumping, and pictures speak 1,000 words. Look at the pictures and look at what a poor copy they make. This is Prime Minister Modi, and that is, sorry Prime Minister, Shehbaz Sharif.